Let me ask you something real quick. You work hard. You show up every single day. You're doing everything you were told to do. Get a degree, get a job, pay your bills, save a little on the side. So why does it feel like you're running on a treadmill that just keeps getting faster? Because here's the truth. Nobody's saying out loud, the middle class in America is shrinking. And it's not because people are lazy. It's not because people aren't trying hard enough. It's because the game is rigged. And most people don't even know the rules. Today, we're breaking it all down. Stay with me. Back in 1971, about 61% of American adults lived in what the Pew Research Center called middle-income households. Fast forward to today, that number has dropped to around 50%. We literally lost a decade's worth of people from the middle class. And where did they go? Some went up, but a whole lot more went down. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Wages have technically gone up over the decades. So why does everything feel more expensive? Why does a family making $75,000 a year still feel broke? Simple. Wages went up, but costs went up faster. Let's talk about the big three: housing, healthcare, and education. In 1980, the median home price in America was around $47,000. Today, it's pushing $400,000. That's nearly a 750% increase. Meanwhile, wages over that same period, they've grown maybe 200%. You do the math. Healthcare? The average American family now spends over $22,000 a year on health insurance, and that's just premiums. That doesn't even count deductibles, co-pays, or the bill you get after you actually go to the doctor. And college? The cost of a 4-year degree has gone up over 1,200% since the 1980s. We literally told an entire generation, you need a degree to succeed, and then made that degree cost more than a house. This isn't bad luck. This is a system. Here's the part that really messes with your head. You might have gotten a raise this year, maybe 3%, maybe 4%. And for a second, it felt good, right? But then inflation runs at 6%, 7%, 8%, like it did in 2022. And suddenly that raise didn't just disappear. You actually got poorer. Your paycheck went up, but your purchasing power went down. This is called the real wage trap. And the middle class has been stuck in it for decades. Between 1979 and 2020, productivity in America grew by about 61%. You know what worker compensation grew by in that same time? About 17.5%. That gap, that's not an accident. That's a transfer of wealth from workers to the top. And the people at the very top, they're not getting paid in wages. They're getting paid in stock options, capital gains, and dividends, which are taxed at a lower rate than your regular paycheck. So while you're getting taxed at 22%, 24%, 32% on your salary, someone with millions in investments is often paying 15% or 20% on their gains. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's literally in the tax code. Now let's talk about something most people feel but can't quite put into words. The top 1% of Americans now hold about 30% of the country's total wealth. The bottom 50%? They hold about 2.5%. And this gap has been widening since the 1980s. Right around the time deregulation kicked in, unions started getting busted and the financial sector exploded. Here's the wild part. During COVID, a global crisis, the billionaire class in America added over $1.3 trillion to their wealth in a single year, while millions of Americans were waiting in food bank lines. Now ask yourself, how is that possible in the same country at the same time? Because wealth builds wealth. When you own assets, stocks, real estate, businesses, a down economy actually gives you a chance to buy more at a discount. But when you're living paycheck to paycheck, a down economy means you're selling what little you have just to survive. The rich get richer, not because they're smarter. They just have a completely different starting point. All right, so what do we do with all this? Here's the thing. Understanding the system is step one, and most people never even get here. They just feel broke and blame themselves. But once you see the machine, you can start to work around it. It starts with shifting your mindset from earning income to building assets. The middle class trades time for money. The wealthy own things that make money while they sleep. Index funds, rental properties, businesses, even digital assets. You don't need to be rich to start. You need to be intentional. The second thing, stop letting lifestyle inflation eat your raises. Every time you get a bump in pay, the system wants you to upgrade your car, upgrade your apartment, upgrade your life. That's how you stay stuck. Instead, take a portion of every raise and redirect it straight to assets. And third, and this might be the most important thing, stop following the script you were handed. The script that says go to school, get a job, buy a house, retire at 65 was written for a different era. It doesn't work the same way anymore. The people winning financially today are the ones who threw out that script and wrote their own. Look, the middle class isn't dying because Americans are failing. It's struggling because the rules changed and nobody told us. But now you know. And knowledge is the first dollar. If this hit different, drop a comment below. Tell me what part of this you felt most in your own life. I read every single one. And if you're ready to actually start building your way out of the middle class trap, subscribe. Because we've got a whole roadmap coming that breaks down exactly how to do it. We'll see you in the next one.